Welcome back to the Puerto Vallarta tournament opening weekend of college softball. This is Sydney Supley alongside Nicole Mendez, and we could not be any more thrilled as we get here in game 3 for Nicole Mendez, and we will be having Northern Colorado versus LA Tech. Now, it's been incredible softball all around. We have seen phenomenal games. So, Oklahoma State walk away with a 9-6 win over Florida State. And the day has just continued. Florida State walking away with another win, 7-1 over Northern Colorado. They had a little bit of time to catch up, showed a lot of fight there in the game, but fell up just short. My partner in crime, Nicole Mendez, was on that game. Nicole, what did you feel like you saw from the Bears?
The biggest thing that I saw every single at bat, they were battling every single pitch. They made those pitchers come to them. And then their defense, I would be doing them a disservice if I didn't talk about their defense was incredible. You had diving plays, you had incredible snags. It was an all-around effort. And the biggest thing for them that going into this game too, can they transition? Can they switch over and get those runners who are left on base? I think they had 9 in total. Can they convert those into runs the second game?
I love that. And we'll start off right away with Northern Colorado's lineup. You have starting in left field, Glover, and then from there you go over to third base where you have Buck at shortstop, Derrico, and then for your DH you have Mills at first base, Herring at catcher, Perringen, and right field Nickerson, second base. You have Herker, and then center field, you have Eck and pitcher McDonald in the circle. And like you were just saying, Nicole, this team showed a lot of offensive improvements throughout the game. You saw the way once they finally were able to get their running going, put the ball in play, they started to make a lot more noise against Florida State, who came in as a top 10 ranked team. Now they're going to have an opportunity to already learn from the first game of the season right away and go up against Louisiana Tech.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what the second game looks like, what the bounce back looks like. And for La Tech, I am ready to watch them play. Last year, they had a great season. You saw some moments where they shined bright, and then there were some low moments. I want to see consistency from them on the mound and in the box this game. I'm really looking forward to this matchup. I think it's going to be a good one.
And there you have it. As the players are getting underway, we're going to move over to the Louisiana Tech lineup in just 1 second. For them, though, they will be starting on the field. And as we kind of get to their lineup, Nicole, this is also a team who is coming off of an incredible last season. They come in with a lot of new faces. And they're going to start off at center field with Lavelle. You have at left field, Mercer. First base, Emerson. The designated hitter is Cervantes. Right field, Mahoney. Catcher, you have Miller, Godsey. And third base, Meehan. And at second base, Cole Hyman. And at shortstop, Mendoza. And for them in both of these teams, I should say, to be able to start off in a tournament like the Puerto Vallarta, they are not only facing tough competition within themselves, but they have an opportunity to face some of the top teams in the nation. And for them, there is no better way than to learn right away in a season how you match up against the best. And then you could kind of use that as your guiding point for the rest of the season. Go back to the drawing boards. But for both of these teams, just to be in sunshine here at Puerto Vallarta, you can tell it's a beautiful day. And it's a great way to open up college softball. One of my favorite days of the year, and I know for you as well.
Start of softball season. There's no better day. What else am I going to do except binge watch? Except for call these games. If you're watching, I know you guys are just as excited as we are to see the 2025 season get underway. It's the year of parity. Is it the year of pitchers? Is it the year of hitters? We'll find out this week at Puerto Vallarta.
We are just going to take a step back for 1 second as both teams will listen to the national anthem, and first pitch is underway soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, check your watches. It is that time. Let's play softball.
Welcome back to who's ever just now tuning in to the Puerto Vallarta Classic. I am Sydney Supley alongside my partner within Nicole Mendez. We have Northern Colorado facing off Louisiana. Now, I was able to talk to Northern Colorado earlier this week, Nicole, and it was just wonderful to hear. Obviously, they are coming back from two-time conference champions, but just the way they have added new faces. I mean, they were a team that against Oklahoma State last season in regionals, and just for them to be able to face that tough competition right away was absolutely incredible. And not only that, but they bring in 10 new faces, they bring an impact transfer, but they don't even have to go to that because they returned so many players in their lineup. Right now with their starting lineup, they have 7 players who started last year, and the one to lead us off is none other than Amalia Morales. You saw her and just the power that she brought in. She was the spark to help them get their first run against Florida State. But what do you like about her type of swing?
It's aggressive. Everything that she does whenever she steps into the box is aggressive. I didn't see a single check swing. I didn't see anything tentative. If she's committing, she's going. And we see it early, first pitch swinging. I love that aggressive mindset because the Bears, they had the hits. They had the opportunities. For them, this second game 2 of their season, they're chomping at the bit, not just to get the hits, but to get the runs.
Pitcher Allie Ford delivers that one in the dirt, a little bit low. And Nicole, it's been an interesting switch in college softball. You used to see a lot of slappers running through the box for the first batter to start off the game, but now you're starting to see the switch to more power.
I feel like these days it's almost a little rare to actually see a slapper. I think that's more the surprise than ever before, and I think that's because hitters, you shifted away from the traditional lineup and you have your power hitters starting off first.
That one slips away from Floyd, bringing Morales' count back to 1-2. And obviously what we're seeing early from her is anything in the zone, she is looking to attack. The pitch delivered by Floyd. Once again, now the third foul ball of the at-bat for Morales. As we continue to see more
there. Just high in on the hands, really attacking and trying to expand her zone early. I think that's the most important thing as a pitcher, being able to expand your zone. So Johnson coming in, getting ahead early, and then from there, what are these hitters going to swing at?
And a lot of the best leadoff hitters are the ones who are battling off all these different pitches. We have now seen multiple levels and speeds from Floyd and Morales, just exposing every single tool that Floyd has early on in this at-bat. The 2-2 count delivers. Ground ball to third base, shoots across the infield. Out number one for Louisiana Tech, but not without going down without a fight. Morales walking off with a multi-pitch at bat. Nicole, even just the aggressiveness. I know she didn't get on base, but that can really set the tone.
I mean, the first thing that you want to see is your leadoff hitter. She showed your team 5, 6 swings, 5, 6 pitches, all in different locations. That to me is a quality at bat, because now as batter number 2, as I step in, I know what's coming. I know what to expect. I have some sort of idea.
With the first pitch strike. And that's something we're seeing from Floyd early on, is working to get ahead against these hitters, something that she focused on in the offseason. High up and out pitch, but that one looked a little bit of an off speed from Floyd, as you could tell, even from the swing of Katie Walling. At the box, the third baseman steps into the plate. This Northern Colorado team just finished up against Florida State, lost 7-1, showed a bit of fight there mid-game. That one's back up the middle for a single, and Katie Walling getting it started for the Bears.
One thing that I've seen in common for the Bears last game, they had a lot of swings in the first 2 pitches of their at-bat. They are aggressive early in the game, early in their at-bats. They want to see something, they want to hit it hard, and they know the best pitches to hit are probably going to be early on in that count.
Off-speed pitch there by Floyd. First pitch for a ball. First time not starting off the batter with a strike. You could tell right away this Northern Colorado lineup, they are looking to go hunting for the first pitch, and I think that's why you saw Floyd try to mix up an off-speed. Second pitch delivers. This one, a foul ball. Backed by Ella Gonzalez, the designated hitter in the 3-hole for Northern Colorado. And for Allie Floyd in the circle, she has played a key role for Louisiana Tech every single season. Freshman year, having 128 innings pitched. Last year, 146. And when she goes, this entire team goes. But right away, these Bears making her work for every single one of these pitches as she sees another foul ball, back 1-2 against Gonzalez. Off speed to finish her off.
Beautiful.
Nicole,
Low and in.
You can watch it repeat.
Absolutely. The way that she was moving through the zone, that at bat, really trying to mix up. And you notice the pace of Floyd. She's going fast. She's making these hitters not have a lot of time to think about their next pitch, not a lot of time to adjust their timing.
Back-to-back swing and misses for Floyd. She's starting to feel her groove here, using Northern Colorado's attacking early to her advantage, as you see her start to mix more and more with off-speed. Pitch by Floyd. That one's outside, and she is safe, but it almost looked like an intentional pitch out, anticipating the runner from first was going to move to second. But an incredible leadoff.
That was a bang play. She might have snuck that hand in there, but either way, it was a good job by her ducking it and then as a runner selling that.
And out 3 of the inning for Louisiana Tech, and they get on with just out of the inning with only 1 hit given up. But effective work by Allie Floyd keeps the runner from scoring, and 0 runs right away for an aggressive Northern Colorado team coming off swinging the bat early. 0-0 as we head into the bottom of the first. We are back with the sunny skies of the Puerto Vallarta Classic. It's Northern Colorado taking on Louisiana Tech, and we head to the bottom of the first inning. It's Northern Colorado, even though they came out aggressive, walked away with no runs. Now you have Louisiana Tech, who's going to look to score first here. And starting off in the circle for Northern Colorado, you have Anna Willman, who will take the mound for the first time here in the 2025 season, as it is opening game day across the country for college softball, a day that we all look forward to here at FloSoftball. And first pitch just a little bit outside. Leading off for Louisiana Tech, you have Alexis Guylo.
With Wilming, you're going to see her work the outer half of the plate, working away to lefties, into righties, and occasionally tossing in that off speed is going to be a good side-to-side mix with that off speed. If you're Law Tech, you're coming into this looking for one side of the plate. If you're trying to chase after both pitches on either side, it's going to be a struggle.
And that one nearly fair, but just a little bit foul. And Nicole, I love that you said that and kind of gave a breakdown, because when you look at the pitching staff and what they did last year for Northern Colorado, this is a huge opportunity for Wyoming to be able to get the mound already in game 2 here. Is Isabel, who we saw in the previous game, had 125 innings, and they lost their ace with 150 innings. Ground ball to shortstop, has to do a quick release, and she is out just in time, but already you could see the speed of Guylo on that one. So with just a soft touch on the outside and almost able to leg it out.
Yeah, the biggest thing I noticed about this game right off the bat, both these teams, their pace. It was a fast top half of the first inning. It's a fast first out for La Tech. This pace is going pretty quickly. Both the pitchers are aggressive, getting ahead early on. Both these teams are hitting very aggressively. They're looking to get on base as fast as possible.
And a lot of that, Nicole, could just come with the excitement that it's opening game day. You want to play quick. So another ball is released. Now at a 1-1 count for Elena Heng, the left fielder, now in the batter's box. Working up in the zone, 1-2 count. You can see both of these pitchers working ahead right away, but a lot of the hitters just working to get on time. And granted, that's any first inning, but it also comes with not seeing live pitching from pitchers who weren't on your own team for a while. Another chase off speed as the count evens up to 2-2. Anna Wilming takes the mound. Now in a great inside pitch. Fouled off, though, by Heng as she continues to keep battling through. And we talked about the power right away by Northern Colorado, but you're seeing Louisiana Tech, they're top of the lineup, a lot more speed. As you can just see that one running through the box. Outside pitch there for ball 3. This count now goes to full. 1 out, bottom of the first inning.
Bit of a tendency that we've seen the first 2 games. These hitters taking pitchers deep into counts. They're drawing walks. They're having 8, 9, 10 pitch at-bats. They're getting hits off of them. They are really increasing their momentum. They're increasing their opportunities because of this. And yes, it's early on. Sid, you and I both D1. We know we played college softball. We know how this goes. It's the first game of La Tech season, second game for Northern Colorado. They're getting settled.
Line shot that finds its way through the 5-6 hole. And before you know it, Louisiana Tech starting to make some noise after the walk at first base. You have Elena Rogers coming up with a line drive. The diving play there by Krista Francia, just not able to snag it. Louisiana Tech already in the bottom of the first inning with runners in scoring position. You could tell right there, Anna Wilming just kind of looking to her defense, having a little bit of communication, and sometimes that could be such a great moment to see a pitcher who you're in such a leadership role take an extra second. That one slips away from her as the count is now 1-0. Louisiana Tech bringing up Addison Snyder, the catcher, in the 4 spot. An opportunity for them to get ahead early in this game. Off speed gets away for the catcher. And runner now advanced to third, second. And if you're Northern Colorado, Nicole, they went down early last game against Florida State, and they started to claw back, but it's hard anytime you get in a hole for them right away. They want to try to keep themselves from being in that same position. Anna Wilming stepping back up to the mound, delivering the pitch. That one is roped foul, but a huge swing by Addison Snyder.
I always love hearing the creativity of the cheers in the dugout.
Arrival just a little high, 3-1 on the count.
Biggest
Foul
adjustment
ball
that I
broke.
see for La Tech is being just a little early. I think that is a nod to the high spin rate that you're seeing from your pitcher and just being able to let it get deep.
Off speed gets away once again. And another walk there by Anna Wilming, her second of the first. Bases loaded, 1 out for Louisiana Tech.
First pitch to number 23, Reagan Rashad.
And this is where La Tech, you take advantage of this moment. Check out your defense. Look how deep everyone is. Even a little bloop can score a run, but take advantage.
Ian Marchant with incredible opportunity here in the bottom of the first for her team. Bases loaded, only 1 out as the first baseman steps in the box. Anna Wilming rocking back, firing the pitch, up and in on their hands. The ball, but it'll be out number 2 by the third baseman, Katie Walling. A huge pitch right there and a big moment for the second out.
Absolutely. You have bases loaded. The last thing that you want to do as a hitter is fall into the trap of hitting it not only to the third base side, but in the air. And knowing that the pitcher has struggled a couple times getting those strikes across, I would be patient. I'd be looking at the outer half. I'd be looking lower in the zone, trying to hit something hard oppo. Now situation, a little bit different. Bases loaded, 2 outs. What can I do to get this ball through the infield? What can I do to score at least 1 run?
Wilming flirting with the strike zone, but falling behind 2-0. Two outs, and what a huge moment this would be for Northern Colorado to be able to walk away without giving up a run. Foul ball. The count goes to 2-1. Nicole
You go
Hamad,
back
the
and you
shortstop.
look. Whenever you go back and look at this situation, first inning, a lot of times it's establishing who's going to throw the first punch. Right now, La Tech, they have the ability to throw a massive punch.
Well, to throw that first punch, the plays so far we have seen by Anna Wilming gives up a hit, walks 2 batters, but taking that deep breath here when it matters most. The 2-2 count pitch is delivered. She chases that one up, got its way to center field, but what a snag there by Naya Chacon as she gets the 3rd out in the inning. A lot of pressure there as Louisiana Tech made noise and coming up with a monster hit, but it is robbed there in center field. After exciting first inning, both teams walk away scoreless as we head into the top of the first. And we are back after an exciting first inning. Louisiana Tech making a lot of noise, but the calmness by Northern Colorado on the mound, able to walk away scoreless, and both teams here tied up 0-0 as we head into the top of the first. And we look for the Bears to strike first here now as they have an opportunity to do so. As Elena Quinney will step up to the plate.
That is a big first swing. Again, Northern Colorado, they love to attack early on. You're going to get their most aggressive swings. You better make sure if you're throwing that ball over the plate, it's in the spot.
And that's a rope down line. And Nicole, you said it. They are coming in swinging big, and that one pays off for Quinney as she gets that momentum going right away.
In this one, this is waist high, outside. She doesn't try to do too much, but again, that swing, being able to make contact, let it get deep, and shoot it where it needs to go, that is what Northern Colorado does best, and they get those runners on. The question is, just like La Tech, can they convert those runners into actual runs?
Allie Foy delivering a low strike right there. Drop ball painting the inside half. She gets ahead 0-1. Arizona in the batter's box. Bringing that one upstairs, 0-2, as we continue to see an aggressive approach here from Northern Colorado Bears. And that one an even higher pitch as Floyd climbs out of there. And for Nicole, what does Northern Colorado need to do? Because they're being aggressive, but just also remembering to close the zone as well.
Yeah, Sydney, I think you're reading my mind. I was just thinking that exact same question. My thought process, if I'm a hitter for Northern Colorado, is I want to be aggressive, yes, but what is my game plan? Where am I looking? Because if I'm just being aggressive, swinging at high and low, that's not helping me get the most out of my swing. Find a zone, pick a zone, and be aggressive in that zone.
Aggressive as she is, she sends another one back to the field. On her knees, still makes the catch. And as she went, the ball was still in the air. I don't think anyone thought she was going to get it, Nicole.
I don't think I've ever seen that before. The fall, the reach, the dive again. What a catch. That is the most unconventional diving catch that I think I've ever seen. But when there's a job to get done, there's a job to get done. And that was a nice job by Lana Rogers out and right. Whatever you got to do, right?
As long as you get that, Rogers keeping us all on our toes here, and even the runner. As Louisiana Tech secures the first out of the inning, that one just a little bit low. As you start to see Allie Floyd float back and forth between starting off the batters with hard or soft. Inside out, a pop up to the shortstop for the second out of the inning.
Out of the 6 batters for Northern Colorado, 5 of them have swung at the first 2 pitches. So they are attacking early. And I think that's something that if you're La Tech, you notice that. Allie Floyd, she's noticing she's expanding her zone earlier in the count and then working from there.
And then that one, she just fired it. I kind of love that she knew they were attacking early, but still playing to her game as she gets ahead in the count. Floyd delivering the pitch. This one, she gets it to chase. She's now ahead 0-2. Krista Francia in the batter's box with 2 outs. That one she will hold. Pass ball. Runner will advance from first to second. This time with the Bears having an opportunity with a runner in scoring position. 2 outs, 1-2 count. As Francia digs in. Floyd with the pitch. Another foul ball. The count will stay at 1-2.
I think the biggest thing with these 2 teams is we're waiting for that first hit. We talked about it last half inning. We're waiting for that first hit. Who's going to take the momentum in this game? Right now, from what I've seen, La Tech had the opportunity. They had bases loaded, 1 out. Northern Colorado, they kind of stole that momentum by getting out of that without a run scored. But they're falling just a little flat. A run here would really secure that momentum for them going forward.
Another hard hit ball to the right side of the field, but that will be out number 3. Northern Colorado being able to get one big hit we saw in the start of the inning, but just not enough power, able to find a hole behind her as the game continues scoreless as we head into the bottom of the second inning. Welcome back to the sunny skies of Puerto Vallarta, as we are now heading into the bottom of the second inning, 0-0 versus La Tech in Northern Colorado. First pitch, up and away for Anna Wilming. Now, Nicole, talking to Northern Colorado earlier this week, we found out their motto was one team, one heartbeat. And it's something they preach, that coming in, it's going to be really hard when not everybody's starting. How do you keep that same heartbeat? How do you keep everyone in it together for a bigger mission? How much do you think that just goes into building a successful team come season?
I think the biggest thing that leads to that is culture. I mean, you look at any team across the country, and if there's a purpose that's bigger than, yes, obviously as an athlete, you want to be the one that's in the box, on the field, on the mound, whenever the game's on the line. You want to be in those big moments. But more than that, at least I think, you want to win. You want to be on the winning side of that team. And so whenever you think about one team, one heartbeat, that to me signifies unicism. This team is together. They have one singular focus, one singular goal, and they know whatever it takes to get there, they're willing to do that.
Ground ball by the left side, scooped up, fired across the diamond. We continue to see more clean defense. That one, Katie Walling gets the first out of the inning. And Nicole, I wanted to ask you, because you've been a part of so many championship teams who do the little things. They play good defense, have good culture, and that's really what it takes, is a little bit of both sometimes.
Oh, absolutely. Defense, for sure. You ask any high-level softball player, as much as you love hitting, as much as you love base running, all of that, defense wins championships.
A long strike there for Louisiana Tech. And those are ones, if you're Anna Wilming, you have to say, whether it's a short strike or a long strike, it all goes down in the book as it's an 0-1 count. She continues to work ahead early.
We'll say La Tech,
really
towards the end of the first inning, they really slowed down and they took their time. They took a lot of pitches early on this inning. It's been a lot of swings early on in the count. Whenever they made Anna Wilming work for those strikes, we saw 2 walks in that inning. We saw bases loaded. Whenever they got a little aggressive, a little excited, that's whenever we saw those quick outs.
Up and in pitch, causing out number 2 of the inning. As Wilming starting to find her groove, jam the hitters of La Tech after having an explosive last inning, showing a lot of power in their bats. This one working a little bit more inside and up for Wilming. Wilming delivers the pitch, and just like that, one pitch, one swing. And despite the communication, the Bears able to pull out the 3rd out of the inning as Elena Quinney comes up with the catch.
I mean, this one running in hard from right field, calling it last minute. Defense is where Northern Colorado shines. Now they're going to try and shine on offense as they get into the batter's box.
As we head into the top of the 3rd, when we get back, 0-0, both teams remain scoreless. Anna Wilming stepping up big time in that last half inning. And as we head into the top of the third, both teams remain scoreless, as Allie Floyd will be the one that the Northern Colorado Bears have to find a way to make something happen against. That one gets away from her. Count goes to 2-1. Nicole, you mentioned the cheers. As we're starting to hear them now, I mean, there is no better sound that shows that it's time for softball season. Floyd delivers a low one, that one having to move. And does she leg it out with the drop ball? Yes, she does, as she is safe. And get some momentum here for the Bears is none other than Jice Gandert. You see her come through a little bit of a soft slap.
I think the phrase is speed kills. That was not a strike. No one expected her to swing at that, and just a little tap, a little chop, and then the presence of mind of, yeah, she's really fast. We have to get rid of it in a hurry. That adds to the pressure.
And JC Gandert, not only does she take first base, but takes second base the very next pitch. Not gas from legging out that last one. You can tell as soon as she sees the ball in the dirt, she's off to the races. Paints the outside corner for a strike. Floyd evening it up, 1-1. Floyd delivers another strike. This one snags it herself. She is in a rundown, throws it to third base. Third base back to shortstop. Able to get JC, and now we have another rundown. Louisiana Tech able to walk away with back-to-back outs.
Talk about heads-up defense right there, all around. That ball hit back to Allie Floyd immediately. She didn't look over to first. She immediately looked over to her third baseman, Riley, and threw it. As soon as that rundown was over, they got that first out. You saw Moody. She turned over, threw it over to second base. Second base, they're there. They're talking. They're communicating. That is massive.
And just like that, it looks like it will be the third out. And what a momentum shift there in the game for Louisiana Tech, showing off their defense, as both Gander and Ross were thrown out in back-to-back rundowns. An exciting opportunity for Louisiana Tech to get some momentum before they go into the bottom of the third and see if they can get their bats going against Anna Wilming, who's been pitching so well this game. We will be right back as we continue scoreless heading into the bottom of the third. As we head into the bottom of the third, 0-0. We have seen it all so far here today on FloSoftball. Back to plays, able to get out and jam with two rundowns. We're seeing the defense shine, pitchers step up, and now we just see who can get the bats rolling first. Anna Wilming delivers the first pitch. Right there,
Sid,
love
I
the
told
effort.
you. I told you at the beginning of this game, defense was going to be the key. I didn't realize that La Tech, it was going to be the key for them too. But I love the way that defenses, they can back up their pitcher. They can back up their team in such a big way. You go from having no outs to runner on second to getting a double play to getting back out, and now you're in the batter's box.
Ground ball to shortstop. That one, Francia not able to get a hold of. And that's where sometimes playing dirt for the first time opening weekend, you just never know the way the ball is going to bounce.
Especially off of a slapper. You never know. They always have some kind of weird spin, some funky jump, hop, whatever. But being on the dirt for the first time, and Northern Colorado, they have been so solid defensively. Haven't seen them make a lot of errors.
Is that one just a
thing
little
that
bit
I
of...
like? Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, tell me what you like, Nicole. We've been talking about how defense has been winning this game, this time with Louisiana Tech, an opportunity to put somebody on. And one thing we've noted about this roster is they have a ton of speed, a lot of lefties. So anytime they get someone on the base, Nicole, it ends up being a dangerous situation for the defense.
Yeah, just going off what you said, I like how they're showing bunt. I like how they're making the defense work.
That time they did show bunt. A beautiful one, but out just in time. A great jump there by Sabrina back there behind the dish.
I love that sack bunt right there because it gets the runner to advance. It gets the defense focused on something else, and it forces them to make plays.
Quality bunt, though, as runners now in scoring position at second base. That one delivered by Wilming. Wilming rocks back, looks to fire. Up and away. Back-to-back pitchers there in the same spot. You start to see her player around with her arm a little bit more. Inside pitch, that one popped up. Camped under it there at center field. As Naya Chacon makes out number 2. And for a hitter in the box, Nicole, with a runner in scoring position, how hard is it to sometimes not try to do too much?
How long do you want this answer to be?
You're like, every time.
That is the struggle. I think the biggest key, whether you're a hitter, whether you're a pitcher, defender, it really rings true. Have your focus. Then from there, figure out what it is and have one cue, one thought, and leave it.
Coming just over the glove of Wilming, but still within time. You have JC Gant able to make out number 3. Louisiana Tech once again finding a way to get hits and runners in scoring position, but not able to walk away with the big time hit yet. As we continue scoreless heading into the top of the 4th. We are back in an exciting tie 0-0 matchup between LA Tech, Northern Colorado. As we have been in a defense duel, a pitcher's duel, waiting to see which offense can crack through first. And right there might be it. Northern Colorado having an easy single to lead off here. As Ella Gonzalez continues to show off her power, taking him from last season into this season.
And that's the adjustment that you love to see. Her first at bat came up, struck out. Second at bat, she comes, she smashes one deep in right center gap. There is that idea of how much as a hitter, you asked the question last inning, Sid, how much as a hitter are you thinking? How much as a hitter do you have to be able to focus on those thoughts, and do you have to be able to react? You can't hang on to past at bats because you don't get that same at bat again.
Pinch runner brought into the game for the Bears at first base. Gonzalez, who had the hit, led the team in average last year with .350. Somebody who coach says he drives by the field is always just hitting. This time we see an aggressive first pitch by Allie Floyd. We are working our way into the heart of these Bears lineup. Naya Chacon up to bat. Floyd continues to paint the outside corner, bringing Chacon down 0-2 in the count.
One other thing, not only are her first pitch strikes, Floyd's first pitch strikes high, not just because Northern Colorado is swinging, because they are, but also she has done such a great job of whenever they don't swing, she is still hitting those corners. I think, Sid, you mentioned back in the first inning, she is throwing her game. She's not adjusting to Northern Colorado.
A big swing and the miss for out number one. Is Allie Floyd showing off her off speed there? What a dirty pitch.
This one just drops off, not able to hold her hands back in time. Just enough speed taken off to be deadly. Whenever you have hitters like Northern Colorado who are so aggressive, that off speed whenever you toss in, that always helps maintain that balance, keeps them in check.
And Allie Floyd bringing a little bit of fire these last two hitters after giving off a lead hit. You can tell she's doing everything she can right now to keep her team in this until her offense can find a way to score. We'll have a timeout on the field. Floyd stepping back to the circle. Another off speed, just dropping off the table. Right now, Northern Colorado does not have an answer for it. You can tell she's even smiling there, Nicole. Sometimes you just have to give props to the pitcher.
Hey, as a hitter, we've all been there. We have all been there. Big thing is, what's the adjustment? How do we not go there again? Especially in an 0-2, you want to protect, you want to battle, but in the back of your mind, you know that's coming again. Maybe not next pitch, but the pitch after that, maybe the one after that, you have to be ready for it. And that's when we talked about Northern Colorado, as aggressive as they are, picking something to stand on and battling off everything else.
With a good eye there after chasing one up in the zone. Count now to 1-2. Golden Bears, the 5 spot of their order with Jaworski, the heart of where their power is. Another good hold there. The Count evens up to 2-2. Floyd starting to mix in that off speed more and more. Gorski getting on top of a rise ball. Foul play, but the out is made, and it's doubled off there. Not sure. The runner just thought the ball was going to be foul and out of play, but either way, Jaworski pops it up. And the runner not back in time for Elena Rogers, able to double it off. A double play to end the inning. We will head into the bottom of the fourth, tied 0-0. Welcome back as we continue this ongoing battle by LA Tech, Northern Colorado, 0-0. And Nicole, we have to chat about what just happened as Northern Colorado had another opportunity with runners on bases, but a running mistake there ended up being costly to knock them out of the inning. Anna Wilming now dropping 2-0 in the count. As so far today, she has done a terrific job just mixing up speeds, keeping these Louisiana Tech hitters off balanced. An off speed there to the shortstop on her knees, throw across, but not in time as Regan Marchant able to get Louisiana Tech started with a base hit.
That was a nice effort over there at shortstop by Krista, but just not able to get it in time. I mean, diving backhand across from the knees. Love to see that effort. But going back to your question, Sid, of last inning, base running mistakes, base running miscues, I think it all down. You look at what La Tech did in the first inning. Bases loaded, didn't get a run across with no outs. The biggest thing is not being aware of the situation, whether you're a base runner, whether you're a hitter, knowing what the trap is and not allowing your to fall into it. Because right now we're at a turning point in the game. We're in the bottom of the fourth. After that, we get into the 5th, 6th, 7th. Those are championship innings. Those are whenever it's time to really turn it on. You want to throw the first punch before then.
Wilming with an off speed right there. Looked like Claire Ratley looked to bunt, potentially sending the runner over on the second. Wouldn't be surprised if she looks to do it again. She's in the hitter advantage count with 1-0. Pitch delivered. This one up and high. It's Wilming now going to 2-0.
We haven't seen a 2-0 from Wilming since the first inning. She had 2 walks that inning. That's where things kind of spiraled before they were able to reel it back in. but attacking and getting behind, that's where the Bears get into trouble. We saw it in the first inning, like I just mentioned, but we also saw it last game against Florida State. Whenever Northern Colorado got behind, that was where things started to get a little chaotic for them.
Able to find the strike zone there in that pitch. And Nicole, a lot of that could be, first game. How long can these pitchers last? They've been training against their own batters, but it's something about having these in-game pitches. That one's roped down the third base line. Can't handle it at the hot corner. I say that as that's a tongue twister on its own. And now we have runners at first and second. Louisiana with another huge opportunity here.
Yes, this one low inside the plate. You just take that and you rip it. To me, it looks like La Tech, they've made the adjustment. They are letting the ball get tighter and tighter. They're searching for that one pitch. And I haven't seen them be quite this picky since that first inning, where they had those walks, where they had those hits, where they had the bases loaded. Like I said, this bottom of the fourth, this is a very big inning for both of these teams as they're held 0-0.
Wilming with the pitch. And Nicole, I think you made a great observation as we saw both of these teams, their lineups came in swinging early. The pitchers were able to expand the zone, but right here, LA Tech doing a great job of making Wilming throw them strikes before they swing. Mod with the 1-1, ropes it to left field. It'll be scooped up, but cut off. As Louisiana Tech holds off, understanding they have no out, and now bases loaded with KB Briley heading up to the plate.
That was a nice throw by Ganoa out there and left. Being able to get a ground ball, throw it in, and make that runner at third stop in their tracks, that is big. You can see how hard, by the time she gets up to field that ball, she's already rounding third. Coach says, wait. He knows she has a cannon, like, not going there. Let's keep it safe. Let's have our runners because we know who we have coming up next. Sid, you've been a pitcher in this situation. What are you thinking? What's going on here?
Yeah. You just have to trust your defense, and you can see right there, even Coach giving her a high five of just understanding that the Bears so far have had stellar defense today. They had one bobble at shortstop, but other than that, you've seen them make diving plays and come up for their pitcher. And it's taking that deep breath is when Anna Wilming so far has been able to reset here. So you look to see if she does it after talking with Coach. Heading into the box, Briley with a huge opportunity for LA Tech. As they continue to not swing until they see a strike. 1-0. As the ball just a little bit outside.
That pitch, beautiful, just a little high. Sometimes whenever you have that off speed and it has that hump in the middle, that big hump, it brings the batter's eyes up. It also brings the umpire's eyes up as well. Keeping it low in the zone, attacking the zone.
Chasing that one up, sent it to deep left field. Caught, was not caught at the wall. And LA Tech not having one, but it looks like two runners scored on that one, Nicole. And Briley getting a hold of that one, chasing it upstairs. Excuse me, only one run scored, and that one was caught. A great job taking the time to tag up there, but nonetheless, Briley getting it done with a ton of power in that swing.
Yeah, the biggest thing is taking advantage, making the most of the swings, making the most of the pitches. So whenever they are brought back over the plate, that patience pays off. And you're okay with that sac fly because now La Tech, they're up 1-0. And they still have a runner in scoring position.
And for Wilming, a great opportunity for her to get that one out. The pitch could have been a ball not swung at, but nonetheless provided that pop-up that she was looking for. It's now 1-1. Gets another ball to be chased. This is Gina Bafuto now putting herself in a 1-2 hold. As we start to get to the bottom of this lineup, Nicole, you're seeing them expand the zone again, just a little bit different than we saw from those previous hitters. Pitch delivered. That one chased upstairs, sent a deep left field, camped under it though. Abby Guyona makes the second of the inning as runners remain at first and second. Now, if Northern Colorado could get out of this inning with bases loaded, no outs, unscathed with one out, be a big win.
Not only that, I've seen Anna Wilming, she's started to adjust. She's been working predominantly lower in the zone, east and west. We're starting to see that rise ball come into play a little bit more the second half of the inning. That's telling me
rise ball once again.
That's telling me that she wants those miss hits. She wants those pop-ups. You talked about trusting the defense. That's her trusting the defense, knowing that they're going to get those catches.
Which is so impressive, being a transfer in the first year, to be able to trust your team right away from the instant. Wilming came from Valparaiso, was her previous school. 2-0 pitch is delivered. Comes right back into the count, 2-1. Anna Wilming, you can see taking an extra second there between these last few pitches. After the timeout, that's helped her reset. The 2-1 pitch is delivered. That one popped up once again to left field. This one able to make the third out of the inning, but not before Louisiana Tech, the first ones to crack a run on the board as they lead 1-0. Take a break, come back in the top of the fifth inning.
One run on 3 hits, no errors, 2 runners left on.
Welcome back as we are back. A 1-0 game. Louisiana Tech taking the field for the very first time with being ahead in the game as we had a duel back and forth before La Tech able to crack the board. Now, if you're the Bears right now, Nicole, you are looking to strike back early. Hallie Foyd having a lot of confidence, you can tell, taking the mound after her team got her one run as she pounds 2 strikes back to back. Quinny watches
the
that
biggest
one in
thing
the dirt.
for Northern Colorado is being able to adjust. We saw La Tech They started taking until they got that first pitch strike. And I'm not saying that's the strategy they have to do as well.
Quinny chops that one to shortstop. Out by just a step. Latak walking away with the first out.
But making an adjustment, most of their balls in play have been ground balls. How do they change those ground balls into line drives? How do they bring that angle of that ball that's hitting hard into the ground a little bit higher? How can they bring up that angle? For me, that's pitch selection. Yeah.
And Nicole, you know better than anybody else, a lot of that is just controlling your barrel. And that goes to credit of what Allie Floyd has been doing and mixing up these levels. It's really hard to get under that and find the right side of the ball every time.
It's constantly communicating with your teammates. You see that with Northern Colorado defensively. They do a great job communicating with one another. Same thing needs to happen offensively. We see them fight and battle. They're so close. But maybe one thing that I see as a hitter, whenever I talk to my teammate next, that changes their perspective. And all of a sudden, they shift their game plan just a little bit. That little bit gives them a hit, gives them a run, helps us score.
Floyd continuing to paddle it. Like you said, all these foul balls, sometimes those are only a matter of mere half inches between where they are hitting the ball within their barrel. As Floyd delivers the 1-2 pitch. That one's chased on, but will they be able to get it in time? Overthrow at first base. And those are tough situations to be in. You fool a hitter, but it hits the dirt at just an awkward spot. And you could tell right there, Addison Snyder trying to turn her glove back, picks it, unable to get a hold of it. And with the right throw, she would have been out, but just crosses up Marchant there at first base.
But also, great job by Quinny. As soon as she spun, she immediately turned her head. Where did that ball go? Oh, it went past? All right, I'm taking off. Dead sprint. You don't always see that from hitters. And I love that from Quinny. Now you have a runner on base. Is she supposed to be there? No. Did she get there? Yes. You might as well take advantage of it. Make the most of it.
Yeah. It's when you're not walking down with the head in the dugout after a strikeout, you're consistently just trying to do whatever you can for your team. As the Bears start the inning off back-to-back with somebody on first base. This time, can they do it differently? As Krista Francia steps in the batter's box. Oh, 2 pitch by Floyd. That one skips away from Snyder once again. The runner will advance from first to second.
And here's where the strategy comes into play. You sprint that out, you get to first. You're at first and there's another pass ball. You're at second. All of a sudden you have a runner at second in scoring position with less than 2 outs who got 2 free bases. She's not even supposed to be there.
A big swing and a miss by Allie Floyd. You saw the last 2 pitches too low in the dirt, but she's able to bring that one up just enough for a big 2-out strikeout.
Got to give credit where credit's due. Allie Floyd has been rocking and technically has 2 strikeouts this inning.
Floyd with the 1-1 count, 1-0 count. Fires that one on the inside corner. Nicole, there's something that I have been watching all game with Floyd is the way that you can see her feet are far apart as she steps on the mound. A new rule that I believe now we're in our second season that college softball players can step back off the mound. You can see how much power it's allowing her to generate in her pitch.
I picked up on that as
low.
well. And we're going to see that a lot from not just La Tech and Allie Floyd, but Florida State. They've been doing it as well. There's a lot of pitchers who are implementing wide stride. If you can create momentum, why not? Another free base. So both of the runners on, 2 outs. Runners on first and second, both of them are free bases. If you're Northern Colorado, take advantage any way that you can. Zone in, find a side that you're picking, swing hard, make contact, make La Tech have to work defensively.
And just like that for Northern Colorado, you've now found a way with 2 people on base, and you are at the very top of your lineup. Amalia Morales, who had 13 home runs last season. Talk about power and the opportunity now that the Bears have. And Nicole, that's why softball is so fun. We saw both of these teams be very aggressive early, and now they're making the pitchers work. And Allie Floyd in a huge situation going up against one of the best hitters in this lineup.
I think this is the time to just reset. So the game get a little fast for Allie Floyd. That's whenever the ball started going. And I think this is a great time to call time as a coach and come out and say, let's slow it down. You're rocking, you're rolling. Relax. Play your game. Pitch your game. Sid, I always think about that comment that you made back in the first of she is not afraid. Allie Floyd is not afraid to go and pitch her game instead of to the hitters, because that's where she's her strongest. And I feel like the last few batters she was trying to pitch around the other hitters.
Morales with a big swing. And she's somebody who steps in the box aggressive no matter the situation. And she's got a ton of power in her at bat. And if you're Floyd, you have to understand that even with a ball that is that low in the zone, there is still damage that can be done when you swing a bat like Amalia Morales does. 1-1 pitch by Floyd. An inside-out swing for the 3rd out of the inning. Allie Floyd able to stay strong when it mattered most. Had 2 walks up against Morales, but comes through with a clutch pitch as they hold the lead 1-0 as we head into the bottom of the 5th.
Colorado, no runs, hits, errors. 2 runners left on base. We go to the top of the 5th inning. It's the Bulldogs 1, the Bears nothing.
Weekend, opening game day for college softball across the country at Puerto Vallarta. We are in the midst of such an incredible battle between Louisiana Tech and Northern Colorado. as LA Tech, they broke through last inning, showed a ton of power, but Anna Wilming able to minimize, only walking away from bases loaded, no outs, with 1 out to their name as they continue to look to extend their lead here in the bottom of the 5th. Wilming falling to 2-0 right away.
That's what we saw a little bit last inning from La Tech. And Floyd is she fell behind attacking these hitters. For Wilming, that's where she wants to be. You don't want to see her softly approaching the mound. What we're used to, what we've seen this whole game from Anna Wilming, she goes at these hitters. She's aggressive. I love seeing that from a pitcher.
And I love how a pitcher is able to trust their off speed enough on a 3-0 pitch to drop one in for a strike like she just did. 3-1 now on the count.
I love whenever a pitcher tosses it back to back even more.
We both love it right now. What Wilming is doing is she evens up, brings herself back to a full count. You knew she was going to go for a third right there as it sprayed to left field. Just drops fair. Will she round and go to second? She with her speed. Not only does Elena Heng take advantage to take first, but also second base.
I mean, that's as close as you can get to being fair without it being foul. And as soon as you see that as a base runner, as soon as the ball is off your bat, you become a base runner. As soon as you see that ball bounce and head towards foul territory, you are gone immediately.
Four off speeds now in a row for Wilming. Even the one she just gave a base hit on was a good pitch, and those sometimes just don't fall your way, even when you have the batter fooled. Pops up a bunt, straight back, diving play, but just a little out of the reach there.
Take a look at those shadows on the field right now, Sid, especially towards home plate. You can see as that ball is coming in, it's going in and out of shadows. Not only is that difficult for the catcher, I mean, Sabrina Dvorsky behind the plate having to handle that, the hitter as well. Whenever the ball is tunneling in and out of those shadows, it can be difficult to track all the way in.
Yeah, that's a great point. And for both of these teams, playing in new environments and hitting dirt for the first time, all of these things go into factor that it's hard to even know unless you're in their shoes. 2-1 pitch popped up. That one out of place. The count evens up to 2-2. Lena Rogers chases that one up.
Game plan for La Tech right now is make Anna Wilming come to me. Make this pitcher bring her pitches inside the zone. She kind of gave her a pass on that pitch.
The chopper to first base, off the glove. And La Tech will get their second runner across the board. And these La Tech hitters aren't doing much besides putting the ball in play and just not stop running.
I think you know as well as I do that whenever there is chaos, there's pressure, things start to happen. And right now, Northern Colorado, they are feeling the pressure. They are feeling the chaos a little bit from La Tech.
Addison Snyder sends that one to center field. Camped under is Naya Chacon for out number 1. And you said it past Nicole, and especially for La Tech to have the top of their order, which we know from previous innings is a lot more touch and go. They're just looking to put the ball in play, put pressure on the defense by how quick they are, and now they bring in their big bats. As Regan Marchant steps up to the plate. That one just missing low, 1-0.
My favorite thing used to be as a runner, getting somebody from the other team, the other dugout, to call runner on me. That was the challenge that I had in my mind, and it was a win if I could get somebody.
That one sprayed down the third base line, also kept fair. These La Tech hitters are using every inch of the diamond here today. Great effort there by Wallington.
Third baseman number 7, Claire Rayleigh.
Quite literally going chalk line to chalk line. I love the aggression from this team. What they've done is make Anna Wilming come to them. They're not chasing after those nibble pitches. They're not going after the pitcher's pitches. They're going after their own strike zone.
Another chopper, but an RBI single. The Northern Colorado will get their second out, but not before Alana Rogers able to come all the way around. You can see the big smile on their face as La Tech now takes a 3-0 lead against Northern Colorado.
The biggest part is the execution and the fact that these hits, they're rolling back to back.
A huge hit there, deep into right center. And it is over. The trot around the base for Nicole Hamad. Her first home run of the season, and La Tech has just broke this game open as they found a way to hit Anna Wilming.
This pitch is elevated, and you saw from the get-go that barrel didn't tip, didn't drop down. It was able to stay on plane from the moment it lifted off her shoulders until the moment that she finished that swing. A big-time punch from La Tech. They have cracked this game wide open. They're now leading 5-0.
And it started with just putting the ball in play. There was not a single hard hit ball against Wilming before these last two that you just saw, using their speed, putting the pressure on, and all of that just causing Northern Colorado to kind of squeeze the ball a little bit harder. If you're Anna Wilming, you're trying to do it all yourself then for your defense. You play the ball a little bit more, and just like that, the game breaks open. Great response here, though, by Wilming. She's at 0-2 count. KB Briley in the batter's box, now 1-2. Rise ball missing high, evens it up, 2-2 on Briley. And hitting can be contagious. One big hit so often can lead to a spiral of many. That one missing low, full count.
To be able to go from an 0-2 to a 3-2, the discipline, the patience, you know what you're looking for.
Another ball cranked to the outfield. This one dropping just in front, gets by the glove. But Abby Ganoya and Riley safe at second base. This La Tech taking advantage of every extra base that they have, that they can so far this game.
I mean, you go from 0-2, you battle, you're disciplined, and then a ball that's left over the middle of the plate in a full count, you're able to get something hit. And then you see the mistake and you take advantage. As a base runner, you're always looking, where can I take an extra base? Where can I get a little bit more?
Northern
Nice frame
Colorado
there by
sticking.
Sabrina Jaworski.
Yeah, always have to give the catcher some love. But if you're Northern Colorado, you keep sticking with Abby Wilming, who's had a great game so far up until this inning, because you've had 2 outs this entire time. You think she's going to be able to get out of it, and then you could maybe make a change if that's what you decide. But La Tech being able to come up 2 outs time and time again. Gina Bafuto with a 1-1 count. Up and away. Wilming now falls 2-1. Pitch, another one high. This one chased and grabbed in the hand of Gander to make the 3rd out of the inning, but not before La Tech doing some major damage as they take a lead 5-0 from the thanks of Nicole Hamad with a huge home run blast. So we will be back. La Tech up 5-0. A powerful inning showing off their big bats as Northern Colorado will step in the box down 5-0, looking to make a little bit of spark. But before they do so, they're going to have to get by the fantastic arm of Allie Floyd, who's stirring a gem so far here today as we head into the top of the 6th. Katie Walling at the plate, looking to make something happen, sends that one up the middle for a base hit to start the inning. Just what you want to do when you had a big punch against you is to show a little bit of life right away.
Yeah, I love that response right away. Like you said, Sid, just being able to not try to overswing. Sometimes whenever there's a big response, 4 runs scored against you, you want to come up, you're all fired up. When you overswing, you do too much. Keep it simple, but I love the response.
That one getting by Floyd, and Walling taking full advantage, sliding in at second base. You're Northern Colorado, just like you said, Nicole. It's little things by little things. You just got to pass the bat. Right now, you can't hit a 5-run bomb, so you don't want to even attempt. You can't be done. And Ella Gonzalez, one of the leaders on this team, steps up to try to do so. She's now in a hitter's advantage count, going up 2-0.
Her last at-bat, she had a hard hit line drive. Being able to compound on that, stay within herself, just do the same thing.
Foul ball sent straight back.
Especially noticing that Anna Wilming, she's been starting to creep her pitches up in the zone just a little bit more. As you get later in the game, you try to change up your look to keep hitters off balance. But for hitters, that works in your favor. higher pitches mean it's easier to hit it far.
Floyd sends that one, just misses the corner. Gonzalez now in another good position at 2-1. Led the team in batting average last year. Always finding a way to get herself on base. We'll roll that one over. 2-2 as the count evens up. That one. Ball four, we're sending Gonzalez down there. And the Bears right now having an opportunity to string back a little bit of life here at the top of the sixth. We saw them do so against Florida State. Nicole, you were on call for that game. And this team doesn't go down without a fight. We saw them chip away at Florida State mid-game around the same time.
I think that also has to do with the intentionality. We're all familiar, if you played some type of sport, after every inning, you come in, you huddle up, you talk about your adjustments, and then you go and play. You're in the sixth inning, being able to say, our adjustment is X. This is what we are going to do. And one thing that I've noticed, they're all in the back of the box. Northern Colorado, they moved to the back of the box. They're a little bit tighter on the plate. They're letting those pitches come to them.
Floyd now in a 2-1 count, struggling to find a little bit of the zone here. We talked about her power with her wider stance here on the mound. Nicole, you mentioned the Bears also feeling that power as they go to the back of the box. 2-1 pitch on its way. This one jams her, brings it back 2-2. Naya Chacon in the batter's box. We've seen her do it all defensively here today. Continues to fight off. I mean, when you're able to battle off an up and in rise ball and then follow that up with a change-up, that's a lot of life you're fighting for within your team.
That's a big spread you're fighting against right there, but you eliminate pitches one by one by that battle.
The battle continues 2-2. The Dakota understanding this is a huge tipping point in the game. Can you start to bring your team back in this with an opportunity of runners at first and second, no outs on the board? Allie Floyd rocks back, delivers the pitch, and the off-seed swing and miss for the first out of the inning. What a great job by Floyd setting up that pitch after going hard on the previous two.
And that's what Floyd has been doing so well this whole game, off balance. She doesn't have an overwhelming amount of strikeouts, but she does throw these hitters off balance very well. And it's those changes of speed, those mixes in locations, high, low, in, out. You talked about going from the rise ball to the changeup, both on the inner half, fouled one on the outside half, back with the changeup. You're all over the zone. As a hitter, that's hard.
Sabrina Jaworski, one hitter for the Bears who is not at the back of the box. Rather, you see her way up at the top. Shows that the Bears are letting the hitters really choose what makes them most comfortable, and you love when any hitter goes all in on trying to make an adjustment. Allie Floyd with the swing and miss, 2-1 now.
Part of what makes the plan so effective is going all in. If you go halfway, the results are going to be halfway.
Borski watches that one, and I love when every plan has different intentionality. Most of the time, when you're going up in the box, you're trying to catch the ball before it breaks, before it spins. Dvorsky looking to do so right now, and a hitter's count 3-1. Swings and misses. That one follows back. Count goes to full.
So just touching on what you mentioned, 3-2, you have runners in scoring position, you're down. This is a tipping point. This is a moment for Northern Colorado.
That one's a screamer down the line. As 1 rounds to score, Northern Colorado on the board. As 2 looks around, will come Stanley. What a job by Sabrina Jaworski, spreading it down the first base line. We said they needed to give him life now, and that's exactly what she does.
And again, she didn't get all of that pitch. She was jammed. That was up and in, kind of tipped off her bat. But the ability to go all in, commit to the swing, commit to the pitch, commit to your plan, that's why that ball was hit hard. And as a result, you get those 2 runners in scoring position. One of them came from a walk, right? And so those free bases, they pay off. Every single thing matters, especially in innings 6 and 7. Those fine little details, that's the difference between winning and losing in games like this.
You said if the plan was going to work, you had to go all in. And even after multiple swings and misses and fouling it off, Jaworski found a way to put it in play just enough. And now Quinny will have an opportunity to keep this momentum going for Northern Colorado. Allie Floyd looking to shut it down, minimize the damage with 1 out. Starts with the drop ball right there. Let's get her ahead 0-1. That one just gets away from her. Might have been a strike if catcher wasn't set up on the outside half. 1-1. Floyd with the shake, getting what she wants, painting that one perfectly on the outer half. 1-2. We've seen
That was a really good rebound. Yeah. I love how we're on the same page.
We always are, and that's the great sign of a good hitter. One and two pitch delivered. Ball outside, sent to, I thought it was going to go center field, but that one only sneaks out to the shortstop. As Nicole Hamad doing it all, home run to getting the out of the inning.
And again, that speaks to Allie Floyd throwing hitters off balance. She knows the type of power that she was facing, not willing to give up another one.
Grounder at third base, plays it out, still showing off the arm.
Sometimes you just gotta let them know what you have over there, right? Show off
and it's
the
a
arm
pitcher
a
that
little bit.
fires me up. Exactly. Anytime you get a jersey dirty. 0-1 pitch, that one slips away from Floyd. 1-1. And as you just saw in the graphics, sports are better on the big screen. Head down to your preferred device app store to download the all-new FloSports TV apps for Roku, Apple TV, Fire TV, Android TV, and Chromecast. Set your favorites and search our library of live and on-demand content and so much more. Download today. Nicole, nobody does it like FloSports do. I mean, the fact that we have this opportunity to be calling ball down here in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, it's showing how much our sport continues to grow in its coverage.
Any opportunity to be able to see softball, to see competition. We've already watched 2 really good games, but to be able to see this and be able to watch these teams, if you can't make the trip down to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, what a great opportunity. And it's not just PV1. There's 7 tournaments. We have Puerto Vallarta. The second week, we'll have more teams coming in. You see all the teams in the background there. But Mary Nutter also on FloSoftball as well.
And we'll see you there for that one as well. So Nicole and I will be heading down to Mary Nutter. Ball put in play. This time by the second baseman. Gets the third out of the inning, but not before Northern Colorado showing a little bit of life. A huge big-time hit when it mattered most. LA Tech continues to lead 5-2 and look to extend the lead as we head in to the bottom of the 7. Excuse me, the top of the 7. Welcome back to Flow Sports. The ultimate college fan experience is now here. Head to flowcollege.com to watch more than 12,000 college sporting events from 12 different conferences, all in one place. We're seeing an incredible softball game here so far as LA Tech up 5-2 over Northern Colorado. A huge last inning for them as they look to extend the lead. We have a new pitcher that's now entered the game. Might have been a little bit of a confusion with the signs, but Grace Algrim will now be pitching for Northern Colorado as Anna Wilming ended her day in the previous inning. And from Wilming, we saw her be successful through the first 4, and it was only during that 5th inning when runners started to get on from little bobbles that you saw the big hit by Nicole Hamad. But other than that, a terrific outing by Wilming.
You're going to see a little bit different look from Algrim, being able to just highlight. Anna Wilming did a fantastic job through the first 5 innings, but it is hard. As a pitcher, to be able to maintain. She went through the lineup 3 separate times. At that point, getting a different look, getting a different view, that's what you want to see. And on that one, that was a great slap to lead off and start it by Krista Francia. But that's what you want, is the balls put in play. Let your defense work for you.
Algrim falling behind 1-0. And those are situations where you just have to continue to trust your defense. That one getting on Katie Walling a little bit at third base. As La Tech looks to square to bunt, pulls back, throw down. We've seen La Tech very aggressive on the bases. That is no surprise to me there that Jaworski tries to backpick just to keep the runners honest. Algrim with the pitch. Just continuing to nibble about half a ball outside as she drops to 3-0. And if you're a Elena Heng, you're more than likely taking this until you get a strike, understanding the power that is behind her in the next few hitters. 3-0 pitch misses low. First walk of the day for Grace
Thinks that
Algrim.
she does. I was always the type of hitter. I'll take 3-0, but I know there's some hitters out there. 3-0 is a flashing green light. Sid, you're a hitter. What was that for you? Green light, hold up, red light, yellow?
Yellow, I love that. It was green, it was your pitch. If you recognize that it was something you could crush, absolutely. But I feel like it's the second you expand the zone, you have to understand that you have a lot to work with. But I love the free swinging mentality you had, Nicole, with Oklahoma. It's probably why you guys are one of the most feared lineups in the country. That one's dropped down for a bunt, but just foul. As La Tech continues to try to use their small ball here at the top of the order. Lana Rogers running back to grab the bat, 1-1 count.
Yeah. I love the idea there. Move the runners over. But Jaworski, she was so fast getting up, getting that ball so quick. I don't think it had time to bounce into fair.
This bunt put down, barehanded throw. Not able to pick it, but the runner able to get all the way around to score. Alexis Gilo brings in an insurance run when it matters most as La Tech takes a 6-2 lead.
And this year, we know that it was a sacrifice. And whenever you see third baseman Kitty Walling come in and crash so hard, have to reset her feet and grab it, I think that's where you see that throw come into play. Instead of grabbing it on the run, being able to make that throw, it just redirects your body. It redirects where your arm is going. And especially with that kind of speed from Rogers, you want to be able to make sure you're going as fast as possible, as accurately as possible. But La Tech causing chaos, what they do best these last few innings.
And it goes to show that you can produce runs so many different ways. It doesn't always have to be the long ball. That one, you see an RBI, granted an error on the throw, but by a bunt. And that's why every part of the game is so important. As Grace Algrim winds back the pitch. That one left up, sent to left center. Another run will score for La Tech as they send it looking for their 7th run of the game, and they will get that standing up. A huge 2 RBI double as La Tech continues to pour on the pressure.
That pitch just left over the plate. You can't make mistakes like that with runners in scoring position, especially with a team like La Tech. They have been getting the momentum inning after inning after inning. To me, it really stands out to the 4th inning. That's whenever you saw their offense start to spark, start to come alive, especially in that 4 to 7 range. Seen a lot of power come out.
And for Flow Sports, your favorite races, games, and events are even better on the big screen like you're experiencing right now. Select your favorite teams, tracks, series, and more to easily access the content you are looking for every time you open our beautifully redesigned TV that you have to check out. Download the Flow Sports TV app today, available on all major app sports. 8-2 La Tech continues to pour on the gasoline here, just doing the little things well. As Grace Algrim looks to settle in. Nicole, I really liked that timeout there by Sabrina Jaworski, looking just to settle down the junior. She gets in the mound for the first time this season, misses that one low, 2-0.
We talked back in the first. This is the 2nd game of the season for Northern Colorado. First one for Grace Algrim, being able to settle, find it.
Another ball put in play through the infield. And the 9th run will score, the second error we have seen made by Krista Francia at shortstop for Northern Colorado, who showed such an incredible defense display earlier in the game. As the hits have continued to pile on, so have a few of the errors.
Completely agree. And that's when, as a team, you want to call time, you want to come together, you want to be able to say, hey, let's slow it down, let's reset. We know how to make these plays. We can make incredible plays, and that's what they're doing right now. Coach is just bringing them in. Remember, we're playing together. We play with one purpose, one team, one goal in mind. Where are we going? They know runner at 1 with the last few hits with 4 runs this inning. They're in danger of run ruling, so just keeping that in mind with the runners on base, knowing how you want to play, how many you would pitch to these.
And I love when anytime we can see a little bit of an insight that's happening in the circle. And I'm not sure if you picked on him, Nicole, but JC Gander just kind of patting the back of Krista Francia. And that's what you have to do in these moments of, hey, I got you. You're going to get the next one. Because while these teams, you want to win every single inning, win every single game, you have to understand the long road ahead of season that we have. I think we saw it today, Nicole, 121 days left of college softball season. It's a long road. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to learn from it.
I totally agree. I mean, if we wanted perfection day one, there are so many teams that are ranked that into the year they won't be. Teams that aren't ranked that will be. That's the whole point of preseason. That is why we love college softball. The best part about it is only day one. There is so much more to be played. I can't wait. We have 121 days until college softball is over, and I'm going to be soaking it in the whole time.
I love the we have mentality, because there's nothing better than it as Grace Algrim delivers the 0-2 pitch. That one slipping away high. Latek able to put another runner in scoring position as Marchand standing safely at second base.
Not just another runner, but this run scores, it's ball game. This is run rule right here. We are in run rule territory. So if you're Latek, whatever you have to do to get this run across, that is utmost priority.
And that's exactly why we saw the timeout, Nicole, is just to reset and let the team understand the situation that you're in and how to step up to give yourself another opportunity of a half inning to bring yourselves back into this game. We'll see a timeout here now by the umpires. They bring all three together. And for Grace Algrim, who's come into this game, you are now in a big situation. As you mentioned, a runner in scoring position. If she scores, would end this game. You saw her get ahead the first batter she has so far yet today. She looks to just find her rhythm and control.
That just looked to be miscommunication on what the count was. Umpire settled on 1-1.
1-1 pitch delivered, that one away. 2-1 now in the count. Grace Algrim taking over. That one's a big swing and miss for Nicole Hamad. She wanted another home run here today. Hit the long ball last time, swinging for another one.
It's tempting. It's tempting, right?
That one jams her. Great inside pitch and a huge second out for Northern Colorado. And that's a big time pitch for Algrim.
Big time pitch, and you were talking about wanting to go get that home run. An elevated pitch, especially with no outs, that winning run on second. That's not necessarily the best pitch to hunt after. especially if you're going to pop up. We would, if anything, want that to be on the ground. Being intentional, being cognizant of the situation. That is so important for La Tech right now.
KB Briley in the batter's box looking to put this game away with one swing. 0-1 pitch delivered. Another foul ball as Briley goes down 0-2.
So the last thing that you want is Northern Colorado, who scored 2 runs, to be able to get back and have another chance to hit, have another chance to score a few more runs.
Algram had a quick word with her catcher Jaworski on that one. More than likely saying what she wanted with the 0-2 pitch. Pitch is delivered low. Briley putting that one in play. This time knocked down by Krista Francia. She makes the 3rd out of the inning. La Tech continue to pour on the runs. Now up 9-2. Be one more opportunity for Northern Colorado to get their bats on the board and keep themselves in this game. So we will be back at the top of the 7th. Northern Colorado looking for their last life here. They're down 9-2 to La Tech, who has shown offensive power when it mattered most here at the end of the game. And Allie Floyd continuing to be on the mound here in the 7th inning. She has remained steady for La Tech throughout this entire game.
And I like Floyd getting the ball the entire game, getting to finish out this game. She has done such a good job. A little bit of a waiver last inning, but coming out, finishing out strong. Something to be said for relearning endurance as an athlete whenever you re-enter your college season, right?
And endurance is huge, especially when you're a pitcher. And it's something we've seen from Floyd as she continues to make Northern Colorado uncomfortable, remains at the same speed, still hitting her levels. If she can walk away with a complete game at the beginning of the season, it's going to be a huge confidence boost for her and the rest of the team. As that one slips away, 2-2 count. And that one up and in. It's a scary place to be hit anytime you're a hitter. His coach will come over and the game will be put on pause just to make sure that everybody is okay. That is Myers, who was in the batter's box, took an up and in pitch. And above all else, safety of our players is always a priority. You can tell both teams giving Myers plenty of time to make sure that she is okay. Trainers are out, coaches are out as well.
Biggest thing on that is where that hit. There's a lot of open, and I think her hand might have been able to get in the way. There's a lot of tiny bones in that area as well.
And what a sight it is to see her standing up and looking like she's about to walk on her own to first base. I mean, what a tough player within Myers. And Nicole,
My
you said it best.
reaction is the same as that lady on the screen. I was shaking. I can't believe it. She almost got knocked in the face, hit in the arm, gets up within a second, and she's moving.
Yeah, that's a ball player. And anytime you wear a hitting mask with the guardrail, the fence, you worry without that mask. And thankfully, unscathed and did not touch, it seems like, any part of her face. But Northern Colorado having a runner on board here to start off the inning. It's a great way to get momentum going within their favor. Now Gazi Longo steps up to bat. The sophomore for the Bears. Looks at that one low. 1-1 on the count. Lloyd rocks back. Releases a drop ball inside. That one not up enough. Count goes to 2-1. Northern Colorado going to their bench here at the top of the 7th inning. Putting some new hitters in the game. Swings right over the top of it. We talked about endurance. Allie Floyd continuing to throw heat here all the way in the top of the 7th.
Not just heat, but accuracy as well. First game of the season, first 7 innings. That endurance piece.
Roll over to third base. A great pick there for out number 1 of the inning.
And that, like you said, that was a great pick. Almost looked like it took a second or two for Claire Rayleigh to be able to get her hand on that ball, but that was a great pick because that's what you want. Quick outs. Your pitcher is grinding her butt off, trying to end this game. Do whatever it takes.
Marchant there at first base is the one who made that dig. As Floyd misses that one low, 1-0. Floyd gets in her legs, delivers that one up and in. Foul ball. If there's a time to do it, it's right now within the order. Northern Colorado at the top of the order with Amalia Morales. Morales takes that one, just nibbles in the bottom of the zone, 1-2.
Discipline here in the top of the 7th. That's what you see. And who else? Of course.
Exactly who you want to see as she continues to stay disciplined. Floyd trying to work her an off-speed pitch.
Just one of your best batters. This is who you want to be able to slow the game down. You can see it by the way she takes her time to get in the box.
And Floyd delivers that one, just sending it straight down the plate, trusting her speed, trusting her spin, and comes up with a huge second out strikeout against one of the best hitters in Morales in the lineup.
Mavtech really impressed with the outing that they had today. A very complete game, but Allie Floyd, 7 innings straight. And it looks like she's gotten even stronger as the game has gone on.
You can see that confidence building right there with the off speed. Just nibbles a little bit outside, but Nicole, I could not agree more. Her game has elevated with every single inning. As that one's put the ball in play. Great backhand, but foul ball, 1-1.
And I made this comment during the first game, but being able to be intentional every swing, every pitch, every at-bat. You don't want to give up any at-bats. You don't want to give up any pitches. So for Northern Colorado right now, yes, the score might not reflect what you want, but being able to stay in this at-bat, make the most of every swing, that's going to pay off.
Allie Floyd, that one in the dirt, able to keep it in front. And also, Nicole, you have to think about these teams are going to face each other again on Saturday. So what an opportunity it would be for La Tech to have Floyd pitch the entire game and to save your other arms for that Saturday matchup. The 3-1 gets delivered. That one just high. And she will send her on down to first base. 2 outs with another walk. Runners on first and second.
And I love that. If you're wanting to make the most of it, you know you're facing this team again. You don't have to face another arm. You don't want to give the other team an advantage. Ride Allie. She has been killing it. She has been crushing it. Let her finish this game out.
Floyd delivers.
Oh.
Some of her drop balls just missing a little bit low. Nonetheless, still an effective pitch has been for her throughout the game, 1-0.
I think if this next pitch is a ball, I would like to see a timeout. Just really quick, just a quick check-in and get back to it.
That one foul ball. I completely agree, though. If you see, for some reason, bases get loaded here in this situation, I think that is absolutely the right move moving forward. Deep breath by Floyd as she rocks back for the 1-1 pitch. That one bouncing low. Snyder doing a great job. And really a big adjustment, too, we've seen from her is just in how she's blocked even throughout the game. She's elevated her play as well.
One of the unspoken, most necessary positions.
Up and in pitch. Will she have an opportunity to get it just out of play? And I will be the first, as a former pitcher, to sing every single catcher's praise. They are doing the work back there. They're making all the pitchers look good. It's the dirty work, the knees hurt, and somebody like Snyder, who has dropped down to block so many times, that can't go unnoticed or unappreciated by any means. The 2-2 pitch by Floyd. That one's inside. Another one roped foul. We've seen so many long at-bats here today. Both teams just working to get on time.
Yeah, and Gonzalez being able to stay in. I think that's a testament to these hitters having that game plan that we talked about earlier in the game, but staying consistent and reminding yourself. As a hitter, it's so easy to get distracted, reminding yourself what your task is and sticking to it.
Ground ball put in play, but it's going to be called back right away as a dead ball. And you can tell, even by the way Gonzalez is moving, that one hit off of her first. And those are sometimes the most frustrating foul balls as a hitter.
Yeah, that one just hit right off of that back knee. You can see it here. Sorry, front knee.
One of the knees. The 2-2 count.
and it
Yeah.
was painful. 3-2,
Northern
2 outs. This is a moment here for Northern Colorado. Can you pass a bat? Can you get one more person a chance to hit?
Floyd delivers. That ball put in play. Once again, past the outstretched arms of first base. Northern Colorado will bring one. Will bring two. 2 runs across the board. Almost the exact same place where they hit it before to score their previous 2. But we are seeing a little bit of life here left within the Bears as they bring it to 9-4.
I mean, this one, not trying to do too much. Barely gets the plate, gets the base before it rolls foul. But this was what we talked about. There was the winning run for La Tech. They had multiple opportunities. They had less than 2 outs. Not capitalizing on that puts you in this position where La Tech, they now have 4 runs. They're slowly but surely, you pass the bat. You have 2 outs there. So there's not, oh my gosh, let's freak out. But you put yourself in a position to go, oh man, I wish we had scored that run. But what I love most is just that quick knucks of, hey, you got this. There's 2 outs. We want that back, sure. But let's take care of business. One more batter. One more pitch. Right here. You and me.
I was just going to say right there, they had the timeout that you were looking for. Allowed Allie Floyd just to catch her breath a little bit and remind everybody exactly what you said. There is 2 outs on the board. Not trying to be too perfect. Let them put the ball in play. And right there, an opportunity with the short hop. That one is bobbled by Hamad. And another opportunity, another life, another batter for Northern Colorado.
You could see just at the last minute, Hamad, her body, just a little bit. Want to stay down on that. There's been a few errors that if the glove was down a little bit more, if the eyes were there.
That one's a rocket of a foul ball for Jaworski. And it goes to the point, you put the ball in play, good things always happen. And especially when you see a dirt playing like the way this one is, you can tell it's a more of a harder surface from just the way some of the balls are bouncing. 0-1 pitch. Delivered low. 1-1.
Northern Colorado passing the bat. You can hear the team. They're up in the dugout. 1 pitch at a time. Who can bat next? Can we get one more batter?
Jaworski battling that one off. And if anything else, Northern Colorado should take away from this game that they are never out of it. We have seen time and time again with their backs pressed against the wall, the way this team in this lineup has stepped up. Jaworski with another opportunity to continue to do so. Floyd delivers another short hopper, this time well controlled. Just thrown across the diamond for the 3rd out of the inning. Your final score here from Puerto Vallarta. La Tech takes it 9-4 against Northern Colorado. Showed a lot of fight here at the end. Nicole, what were you most impressed with, though, by La Tech walking away with the win today?
I mean, besides Allie Floyd and her performance throughout almost the entire game, I loved, throughout the entire game, I loved their consistency at the box. Being able to be in the plate, make those runs happen, whether it was by pressure, whether it was by taking advantage of errors, bases. La Tech, they were consistent throughout the game, and to me, that 4th, 5th, and 6th inning especially, that's where they really, really showed up.
La Tech walking away with the win, first one of the season for Allie Floyd. You saw it all from their lineup. You saw a lot of speed on top and then coming in with the big bat. We also saw highlight plays. You just saw that outfield snag there by Northern Colorado. There's going to be another opportunity to watch both of these teams go head to head here on Flow Sports at Saturday. Nicole Mendez and I will be back calling the same matchup. But from Puerto Vallarta, stay tuned all weekend long because we are just getting started here with opening games. There is plenty of college softball to watch. It is the best time of the year, and the best place to watch it is here. From Puerto Vallarta, I'm Sydney Supley, Nicole Mendez, and stay tuned with us all weekend long as we will have all the coverage and all the best games right here on Flow Sports.